Okay, morning everyone. Hi guys. It's good to be here again. We are live now, and I am so much glad that the journey we embarked on is finally coming to a close today. And they say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. And when we commenced gradually day in, day out, we had a lot of programs on both the online facilitation and the field training experience. And I'm glad to tell you that today is actually the final masterclass we are going to be having for Precision Agriculture Incubation Program Cohort 1 in the year 2024. And this program is organized by the Precision Field Academy. So we have a lot of photo speaks. This just about some of the field experiences we had. These are classroom facilitation where participants actually involved in drone building, a fixed wing model. These are some excerpts from our online facilitation masterclass sections. Yes, this is actually talking about practical experience on both the field and the classroom drone assembly. So this is purely the field experience where we are saddled with the responsibility of training precision agriculturists and raising more agricultural remote pilots, and also giving a very great consideration and encouragement for females to actually get involved. And this program is amazing. Yes, so it has a lot of impact, and we've had positive feedbacks coming in. So basically, these are just some of the pictures from the online sections that we had and all of that. Okay, so before we go deep into today's presentation, I would like to give us a slight introduction about the organizer of this program. Uh, basically, okay, so welcome once again to Precision Field Academy. So if you're just joining us for the first time, or yeah, so just for the sake of clarity, so I'm going to be giving a slight introduction. So let's get going. So what's Precision Field Academy? So Precision Field Academy is a Nigerian-based precision agriculture facility. So, and our vision is to create a world where every young person, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to become a digitally savvy farmer or agricultural professional, driving sustainable and equitable growth in their community through the transformative power of technology. And our mission is to raise the next gen farmers that are tech inclined and digitally savvy. So about Precision Field Academy, we are a social enterprise. We train and build the capacity of young professionals in modern and emerging technologies for the future of work and to live with precision agriculture. So we believe in core three methodology, which is education and knowledge sharing, training and skill development, coaching and mentorship. Besides this, we have six tech skills in focus. Number one, which is drone technology. We are harnessing the power of drone technology in data collection and also for pest management, understanding crop health information, in helping farmers to farm more productively and efficiently, leveraging on the power of drone data. Also, number two, we have GIS and remote sensing, geographic information system and remote sensing. This deals with collection of data through the aid of satellite imageries and also leveraging the power of drones in remote sensing. Just revolve around the entire data collection, spectral data, and spatial data, and all of that as we have it. So, thirdly, we have data science in agriculture. This is more about the front end and back end of data because dealing with array of data as on plant evaluation, plant classification. We want to do the plant disparity, like differentiation of plants, the species, and all of that. So this is all about arrays of data, how we train models to actually collect data and help you process data. So that's around data science and agriculture. We also have robotics and Internet of Things. So robotics and Internet of Things, this is more like having expert systems that can actually work instead of you, probably in crop production, in farming, crop production, in aquaculture or animal husbandry. There are intelligent systems that can actually help you to gather information around your your activities either on the farm. Probably you have smart irrigation systems that can actually detect with the ability of soil moisture sensor to detect the water content in the ground to actually know if you need to uh, apply irrigation or not. Aside from that, in fish farming as well, there are intelligent systems that can actually help fish farmers to monitor quality of water from the pond, from the reservoir, and all of that. So this revolves around Internet of Things in robotic systems in agriculture. Also, we have artificial intelligence and machine learning. This is with systems where you actually train data. For instance, you have a cabbage farm, and cabbage, they actually mature or grow in sizes. You have some that are of high yield, like they have bigger yield, and other ones in middle grade and all of that. And you actually want to quantify this to actually know the bigger scale, like you are grouping them. This is the bigger scale, this is the medium scale, this is the smallest grade. So you can actually use a drone technology to do this through the aid of AI and machine learning algorithm to actually detect their size, doing the plant classification according to their bulbs and all of that, how they are robust. So, and lastly, we have enterprise development. The goal of everything we are doing is for young people to actually uh, create sustainable avenues or enterprises where they render solutions, sustainable solutions to global terrifying problems, or in the aspect of agriculture. So this revolves around precision agriculture, where you do things more efficiently, learning how to save time, save cost, and also save life basically, so involving the use of technology. So before we go into today's program, I would like to give a slight introduction. We have two facilitators, basically. Mr. Kenneth Obayuana is founder of Agritech Digest, and we also have on board Mr. Hedi. He's one of the reputable African drone professional I respect personally, and I also follow him on LinkedIn. Uh, like he's doing very well. He's a resident of Mozambique, and he's also going to be sharing with us the practical side of things. I mean, his practical experience on how he's using drones in Mozambique and what is using drones basically for, and the aspect of agriculture, and so he's coordinating that. Then Mr. Kenneth will be sharing with us. His own side of story as well. He recently published a book, Harvesting Prosperity. So he's going to be sharing with us also his practical insight, how he was able to navigate his path from just being a regular farmer to becoming an agri-tech or agribusiness mogul. Yes, so basically that's what this masterclass is going to be covering. I believe it's going to be insightful and always it's going to be expository, having a lot of expositions from them, from their experiences, because it's going to be more of the practical approach to things. So let's get going. So, Mr. Eddie, you have the floor, sir. So after that, I'm going to be doing introduction about Mr. Kenneth Oyamba. So, Mr. Eddie, you can come on stage. All right, Mr. Eddie, can you hear me? Hello.
Hi, Joseph. Good morning to all. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
All right. Uh,
Joseph?
sir, I can hear you. I can
Yes,
hear
I don't
you.
know. This is nice. Nice to meet you. Uh,
Okay. So let me take this off. So I think coming. This one should do more like. Okay, Mr. Hedy, you're welcome to the stage. You have the floor now. So I don't know. Are you gonna be sharing slide with us, or you have anything you want to share with us? So maybe you can put that for presentation if you have that, or you're just gonna be
yeah,
sharing the.
okay. I'm sharing my presentation and also my screen.
Okay. Um, don't mind, you can share that from your hand. So we.
Yeah.
Okay, kindly upload that so we see. Let's see. Okay. Apply this stage. Okay,
Thanks.
it was. Okay, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. Just to present myself, my name is Eddie Diaz. I will present you about drones in agriculture, from drone enthusiast to drone business in Mozambique. I didn't finish it right there in Mozambique, and then it's a question: how to be a drone, how to move from drone enthusiast to drone business in Mozambique. The agenda that I brought to you guys here is for this event is one. I will talk about who is Eddie, who is me, present my flight records, why I started a drone business, the case steps to launch your drone business, technical points, and marketing points. I will tell a little bit about my small business smart drone solution, explain how it roll, drone piloting training, it's sharing images about drone piloting trainings and crop spraying consultant works, farmlanding and community water supplying consult works, and land and aerial surveys, constant works that I do normally, and the final tips and takeaways to be a drone business in Mozambique. A little bit. Normally, we have a lot of business around drones, but I will tell only about my side. After the end, maybe we'll collect the questions from the people seeing this webinar, and then I will explain a lot of things. I didn't write much. Continuing, who is Eddie Diaz? Uh, Peter, Joseph, can I use the one I sent to you? Can you just move from?
All right, guys, just give us a few seconds because I just trying to write something for this slide. Yes. So just a few seconds. Uh, Sorry, guys, the line just very awesome. Okay, so by the way, so let me engage just with this. So I stopped the other time. Like I was saying, so as Christian Peter Academy, why do we do what we do? So our motivation is that we discover there is a skill gap that needs to be closed, and young people, young professionals, need to build skills to be relevant in this present days of the world. I mean, in this jet age of the world, you need to build skills of both the technical part and enterprise skill for the future of work in agriculture. And also, observing the trend is not enough. You shouldn't just be amazed. I mean, at the technology coming in. There are a lot of problems in your communities, in your locality, in your environment. Then you can actually come up with a solution, develop a product that can actually help others solve those problems, and that shows your relevance. So it's about inclusion. So observing the trend is not enough. You need to be an enabler and player, but agricultural industry, with agriculture, and not just be an observer. So also for African agriculture to thrive, technology is key to unlock it. So we must leverage the power of technology wholeheartedly to actually see. So the goal for us is that after this program, every of the participants who have been able to observe about this program should be able to develop a solution, create an enterprise, develop a startup that is focused on some problem, maybe crop production, in agriculture, in animal husbandry, have been developing Internet of Things based products, even in the aspect of drones and all of that. So we are actually expecting that we need to change the paradigm of agriculture in Africa, and we all have this responsibility. We must get started, we must start designing our own, we must look into how to design our own future. So why should you join us at Christian Field Academy? We are creating the future we want in agriculture, and we also connect it to the world of information and opportunity, which comes down to scholarship, potential for volunteership of local and international skills. So skill development, project collaboration, community interaction and workshop, and access to coaching and mentorship from industry leaders. So at Christian Field Academy, we are building a community of young community and inclined service farmers and professionals. Thank you. So I think Mr. Eddie is back now, so we can continue. Thank you. So, Mr. Eddie,
I just
you
said
have the floor
yes.
now.
Okay, hi everyone. Sorry for the streaming was facing a problem.
Okay, Mr.
Uh,
Kenneth, you're welcome. So, Mr. Eddie is going to be having his presentation first, but you're also going to be on the call. So, you just have some few minutes. So, once it's done with yours, then you can pop up with yours. But I want you to stay on the call so that we don't miss you. All right.
Okay, okay, okay.
All right. Okay, Mr. Eddie, over to you, sir. So, you can go ahead.
okay. Yeah, continuous drones in agriculture from enthusiast to a drone business. Uh, as I was saying, this is the agenda I brought to you guys here for this webinar. Explain a little bit about me. Share my flight records right now. How do I start my small business? How to start a small business? 10 steps to launch your drone business. Starting saying is not easy. Technical components and marketing components. Sharing about little bit about my small company, business background solution. Little bit jobs that I'm doing. I was started doing and then continues to do, and final tips and takeaways for drones usage. Uh, who is ADDS? I'm right now the only owner and COO. I'm now right now continue to operating, working on the operating area at the Business Background Solution. It's a small startup. I'm also precision agriculture and drone business consultant for IROMAP, the last company I was working for. And right now, drone operator at True North Limited, a multinational in the north of Mozambique, Cabo Delgado. I belong to I am the first agro drone pilot in Mozambique, as known, as I know, as most Mozambican as this business started here flying agras in Mozambique for crop spraying. Second generation of professional drone pilots. We have a lot of drone pilots, but the generation of professional drone pilots, certified drone pilot, wicked and the line of professional belong to the second generation of professional drone pilots in Mozambique. I have degree in IT engineering and diploma on operation management. On my flight record, I have more than 1,050 to 528 hours flying in continuous counting since 2019. Started as a security drone pilot and moved to become the first agro drone pilot, and now working on geosurvey, security, remote sensing technology, and other business on the market. My flight records. This is the flight record using Agros. Right now, started on 739.1 hours. This is only using Agros, and then joined other drones with 789 hours using other drones. This is from Matrix, Mavic, Minis, all of these drones for different kind of works. And I will continue to improve with other drones. So this record doesn't include the VTOLs and fixed wing drones, but I have more than those than these hours I'm sharing with you right here. Why start a drone business? Why I found out to open a drone business. So, using the terms of discussing, drone business is a market that is growing since I know from 2019, not only around the world but here in Africa. Is one of the business that is growing that very fast than other business around country because of this technology side. And then I moved forward as a technology guy, move forward, to find out this opportunity to open a small business that can move forward, earn money and knowledges, because it's a technology. This is my passion, so I start moving to open this business, not only because of their drone, because I know how to fly drone, but it's my passion to move on the technology area. Uh, Steps to launch your drone business. Case step to launch. On the technical part, first thing first is to become a commercial drone pilot, not on drone pilot, because we have a lot of drone pilots, but now most of them are not commercial. They are only certified, but most of them doesn't have license. So it's difficult to open a business drone. There are guys here in Mozambique with only certification running drone business, but on the legal part, it's better to become a commercial drone pilot licensed, and then maybe move forward to do other things. And then identify your strength and weakness on the drone operating and businesses. We have a lack of confidence on the things that we want to do. So if you are weak on the things that you want to do, you don't have your focuses on the things that you want to do. It's difficult to move forward. So you have to identify your strengths and your weakness. Not only flying drones, not only on your day lives, but also on the business. After that, market research. Define your target. My first target, when I moved it to agricultural drone pilot, my first target until now was agriculture. That's why my business is much focused on agriculture, but running other kind of other works. But I'm focused on agriculture because I find that my target right now is implementing and use drones on the agriculture. Create business plan and acquire needed for drone equipment. It's difficult this part on part to acquire equipment because agricultural drones are not cheaper. So that's why I do normally link to other site. I will explain forward how business smart drone solution works. Secure funding, source of equipment, buying new or use it depends on your linkage, and join association groups or your self starts. Self starts is very difficult for most of us. I'm saying about us as African because to earn money to use for a business, start your business with a lack of money is very difficult. But if you have something, if you have your dream, is the opportunity to move forward. With if you have this defined. Uh, Market, first thing first is your personal network. People have to find a confidence or have a confidence on your work and confidence in you as a personal. So if you don't transmit good images on your work and even by yourself, no one will have a confidence on you. So self or personal network is essential for any kind of business and even for work. Most of people have a huge knowledge of a lot of things, have good certification, have a good background, but your self personality, your network, if your network and your self personality are not good, it's difficult to run a business. So even if you open a small business or a large business, even if you are working under a multinational company, it will be difficult if you don't have your only personality network or your only personality behavior straightened. Digital marketing tactics, normally these networks that we do, this is the one has a precision aerial do is nice difficult nice digital marketing and nice forums that you provide for all of us and all over Africa and all over the world. Traditional marketing ideas, the small ones that you can implement on your area to to share your ideas, to share your business and everything. So focus on potential customers. This is one of the things that made my business going starting going well because I focused only on potential customers for the business I'm designing. So I was designing. So right now is going forward because of this. Focus it take a lot of time. I will tell you guys that take more than 2 years just to start the business. So it wasn't easy. So if you are not focused, it's difficult. Most of guys normally move back than than continue with this with his only business. Local association meetups and social networks sounds good and is very important because you show yourself to other guys and potential customers and financial people that can move forward with your ideas and then maybe create a joint venture. Uh, Telling about business smart drone solution. Oh, sorry, is not paying here, but Business Smart Drone Solution is a consultant company that it's aligned here in Mozambique for potential business linked for on the drone. But we are focused to creating link between client and service provider on drone here in this country, maybe forward or around Africa, maybe we'll see. Sales, trainings, and marketing, in the, even in operations. Uh, what we are focusing on business smart drone solution on the training piloting trainings, drone piloting trainings and crop spraying consultant works. Normally we do like this: we identify the business, do the consultants from with clients, present the benefits of that of the opportunity to use drone for the service that the client have right there, because most of the client doesn't have even idea how to implement or use it of drones. And then normally we explain to them, do our presentation, and then even move forward to share the opportunity to do the job for them for free. And then after they see the results and they if they want to move forward, they contact us. And then if the work is much higher than we can provide, we just do the joint venture, find small companies or small drone pilots or small enthusiasts on drones to do a joint venture with us as a company that already have all documentation, everything, to move forward to that job under his and under their range, and we earn a profit as a percentage as the company is linking or responsible for this opportunity. So, since 2021, 22, since 2020, I was flying drones under agriculture for a company, and then moving forward to training guys at Aeromap with crop spraying drones and other small drones. I joined Aeromap for almost 2 years, and right now moving to 3 years working with Aeromap is one of my highlighted clients and partners. So I work with them from trainings crop spraying jobs, and even crop sprayer drones piloting trainers. Uh, with agrogel, farmlining, and community water supply, this is the linkage we find it with most of the NGOs came here in Mozambique to do this kind of work. So normally we identify small companies because we are young. We identify small companies that can do light jobs and then provide this kind of service to NGOs and other companies using small companies that have potential to grow up, because the marketing is much is highly aggressive for small companies. So as we are business partner solution, normally find a way to get small companies to have these big opportunities, because we have to grow up together. So if small company doesn't have the opportunity to do this kind of work, it is very difficult today to grow up too. So that's why one of the focus point of business management solution is exactly to take small companies to do big jobs and provide and have open space to continue to have more opportunity to do this. Land survey, land and aerial survey has a drone data analyst and geospatial analyst. I learned a lot of survey. I did a lot of jobs on the survey. This presentation, as I have been invited, was much focused to share my experiences. I don't have a lot of experiences right now to share with you guys because I'm still continuing doing this job with right now 4 companies in the role. So most of the things are a little bit confidential. I cannot share right now, but in the time that the things appear on the social network, as you can see, even on my LinkedIn, I did updated a lot of things, but I will share most of my experience on LinkedIn and other platforms. Most of the company platform will share a lot of service, even precision Field Academy will share most of my service. I will share with you videos, even images of this. But on this forum, I've been invited only to share a little bit about me, to speak to you guys a little bit about me, and a little bit about uh, business smart drone solution. So I will take. I will stop only speaking about small tips to and takeaways to move forward with business, not only on drones but business in total. For young guys with like us with a lot of ideas, most of us prefer to go to come back with a lot of ideas that we have just because of lack of money. But money isn't a problem to, that can make you go back with your ideas. You have to consider that even when you had these ideas, when even if you have when you create ideas, you create ideas without money. So if you don't share your ideas with the potential uh, finances, with the potential clients, with the potential colleagues, you have to be focused with guys, surrounded with guys with that can share same ideas as you have. So if you focusing on your dreams and then create strength on your abilities to move forward with your skills and believe in yourself, it's easy to move forward and find someone that believe on you. Because one of the things that I see on this marketing and not only on drones but even on other markets. We find a lot of entrepreneurs with good ideas, good time shoots, everything, but they don't believe on themselves. So imagine if you don't believe in yourself, or what is my how can I improve, or how can I move forward with you if you don't believe in yourself? I will not believe in you too. So you can read what I wrote there, but first thing first, you have to believe in yourself. If you have a dream, you have to believe on your dream, and then believe in yourself. You have to find out your strengths to believe in your small business, because all big business started from small. So you have to start from the bottom and then move forward. Uh, this is my end of presentation. Prefer to answer questions that I think most of the people have, because I'm not kind of good to write a lot of things. I'm good to explain. I'm good to teach than write. So this is one of some of the companies that are passed through. If you want my contacts, it's shared right there. So yeah, it's basically this. I don't know, Kenneth, if you can start doing your question, and maybe Joseph, all of you guys are right open for questions.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Hedy, for sharing your story with us and what you are doing with drones in Mozambique. And from here, I can see you involved a bit in agricultural solution, and most of what you do basically, aside from agriculture, it's extending drone service into mapping and real inspections, a bit of mining and all of that. Yeah. So it's really inspiring. Yeah, sharing your own side of the story and also sharing with us the steps to actually start a drone business, the place of knowing about the solution, creating your business plan, then sorting for funds and all of that. Yes, so it's very, very insightful. We are glad having you on the call, this webinar. Thank you very much. So, if as I come to the end of your presentation, so I'm just going to see if we have any question for you, we can pop that on later. Are you going to still be around on the call, or you'll be exiting now? Should I, Mr. Kenneth?
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Good,
Yes,
good
yes, I can
morning, good
hear.
afternoon. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everyone.
Uh, okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. So, Mr. Kenneth Obayuana, will be having a presentation with us on the topic uh, Diary of Successful Agritech Entrepreneurship. I'm coming. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I think the background noises from. I'm trying to get. There's a background noise, so I'm trying to get where it's coming from. I'm coming. Okay, I think the noise has stopped, right? Yeah, the noise has stopped. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so Mr. Kenneth Obayuana is supposed to be having a presentation with us. Where's this noise coming from?
Okay, good afternoon. Is the noise back now, or can you guys hear me?
Yes, the noise is back now.
Good
Like,
morning, good afternoon.
okay, I
Can you
guess
hear
it's from
me?
your end. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, but because my background is actually calm and quiet.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's
It's a
begin.
pleasure.
Okay. So, like I was
Okay,
saying,
it's a pleasure being here today. My name is Kenneth Obayona. Okay.
okay,
Maybe
okay,
it's my earpiece. Should I move my earpiece? I don't know if it's my earpiece. Maybe. I'm using an earpiece.
okay,
Is
okay,
it
okay.
better or should I
Yeah.
move the earpiece?
Yes, yes. I think it's still fine now.
Okay, okay, all right. I was thinking maybe it was my earpiece. I was causing the noise or something.
Go
All right.
ahead.
So my name is Kenneth. My name is Kenneth Obayona. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you, Mr. Kazim. I enjoy your session. I learned so much from your session. And then I'm so sorry. I don't have a slide. I've been in the hospital. So my wife gave birth yesterday. So I've been in the hospital. So travel this morning. This morning I already
Wow,
jumped out to
congratulations.
travel. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that's the reason why I've been for like 2 days or 3 days now. I've not had time. And this one I have to travel again from the hospital. So, but it's really amazing. I'm really excited to be here this morning and to be doing this training. So let me talk about myself a bit, Kenneth. Kenneth Obaywana, I was born a farmer. I was a farmer. I studied agricultural economics and extension services back at home in Nigeria. Uh, I have passion for agriculture, right? So while I was studying agriculture, I first started a catfish farm. So I started a catfish farm, and I soon realized that my catfish farm I didn't have enough experience, even though I studied agriculture. I was using my school pond to rear catfish. So I moved as fast as I can. I moved into processing my catfish. So I was processing my catfish into dry catfish, packaging it and selling. And then from there, I moved into cassava. I started cultivating cassava. I started cultivating cassava, plantain, pineapple, watermelon, and then from there I moved into greenhouse farming. I did greenhouse farming for a while, where I was having tomatoes, bell pepper, habanero pepper, butternut squash, sweet corn, and other amazing crop. And then from there, I moved into my consulting firm. In my consulting firm, what we were doing was we had it was like a consulting firm. What we were doing was we help you manage your farm. We set your farm up. You have your money. You have the land. We set the farm up for you. We manage it for you, and we'll take for you because I already have a market where I was selling my fresh produce too. So I also help you sell your produce. It was an amazing one. Then I had at the time I had up to like over 150 some 156 farm that I was managing across South and Southwest that I was managing in Nigeria. But I soon also figured it out that I needed to add my voice to the global voice in terms of agriculture, in terms of policy. So I wanted to study more. Then I relocated to UK to do my master's program in food security, in sustainable agriculture and food security in Royal Coastal University in the UK. So I was there. I gained a voice from there, becoming the national director of International Student of Agricultural Students and other related sciences, and that really gave me the voice I was really looking at for. Today, I run my business as the founder of Agritech Digest, a media company that focuses on promoting agricultural technology in the agritech space on a global scale. And but before I started Agritech Digest, I did something. I wanted to understand the agritech space. I wanted to understand because I've been in the agricultural space, but I didn't understand so much on the agricultural technology. I wanted to understand agricultural technology space. What's really happening there? So I did what I called I launched a podcast which I still run today. It's called Agritech Founders Diary. So I think that's where my topic is coming from. But for today's session, so in that podcast, I interviewed as many agritech founders, successful agritech founders I know. The idea was I wanted to learn from them. I wanted to learn it was more like for me, it was more like a mentorship or a training session for me. I wanted to learn from these guys. What did they do to survive? What did they do to, make it? What has been their challenges? What has been their issues? What has been their setback, and how did they overcome those challenges and setback? So that I would learn from them and be able to. I didn't want to make the mistake in the agricultural space. I made a lot of mistakes. Like I said in my story, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of, I carried a lot of challenges that I needed to surmount from my end. But this time, I wanted to learn from somebody who had made a mistake already. So I launched that podcast and I started interviewing agritech founders who were doing amazing stuff across the globe, from the Europe to the Africa continent to the America. I interview as many agritech founders I could. You could check it out on YouTube. There are a lot of stories there that most of them have shared with me. But I personally learned from it, and I took some of the lessons there to build Agritech Digest. And in less than a year that we started Agritech Digest, we've been able to get into the global scene. We've been able to close some partnership deals with some global phenomena. And this was because I've learned from people who have done it better, who have gone ahead. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. I'm going to be sharing some of the principles and some philosophies and some of the lessons I've learned from these people with you guys. I'm going to be sharing some of these things I've learned with these people with you guys. Number one, in your agri-tech business, or in your I think I'm going to say some things. I'm going to say the first speaker has touched some of the points, but I'll try my best so as we don't repeat some things again. But because he also has quite a lot of experience in the industry, and he has really touched some good points that I would have touched tonight, this morning. So, but first of all, in agri-tech business, it's good you have the pain point of your people. A lot of agri-tech startups, they just have this as an idea. No, it's not just good enough to have it as an idea. It's good to have it as a pain point. Let it be what farmers are suffering. Let it be that you are trying to solve farmers' problems. We understand technology is taking the space. We understand technology is changing us everywhere. It is also very good for you to understand how the skills are affecting the people you are trying to solve the problem for. Most of the times, the problem, one of the first lessons I learned on my podcast was that the problem farmers are trying to, agricultural technologists are trying to solve, are not the pain point of farmers. And because of that, farmers do not really pay them, or do not really patronize them, or do not really need their service. So it's very good before you go into that agri-tech business. Don't just have this as an idea. Test the idea first. Is it a pain point? So first of all, I was in the UK. I wanted to set my first idea was that I wanted to launch a app. The app was going to be like an agronomist app that connects farmers to agronomists, right? But I tested the market, and when I saw it, of course, it was a very pain point, but it was not good. First of all, I tested it in Africa, and I said, okay, we discovered in Africa they may not have the farmers might not be able to pay for it, right? Pay for the service. And then in the Western world, we looked at it from the other angle. In the Western world, what are the challenges? That most of them have their agronomists in their farms. So in their end, what they do is that they have their farms. While they are setting up their farms, they are having a budget for their agronomist. They are employing an agronomist just the same way. And we realized that, oh, this was not a pain point for them. And I left the idea. You understand? So it's very good to test your pain point first. Is this idea a pain point to farmer? Do they need this service? It's not just, of course, it's a fantastic idea in your head, but you're not the one that will patronize yourself. You need to find out if these people need this service. Is it a pain point for them? Is it something that they cannot do without? You need to find out that pain point. That's the first thing. Number one lesson: identify a pain point in the industry. The idea is fantastic. It's brilliant. Drone, for example, is becoming a trending business. But in my own locality, is this a pain point? Or is there that pain point that I could render? Is there that service I could render? It could be that your industry or your locality, your drone is becoming very popular. Is there a way you can service those people who have drones companies? That could be your pain point. Identify your pain point first and then go into it. That's about one lesson I learned. And I push that point again with Hello Tractor, my very good friend Mr. Jael. Now, Mr. Jael had he discovered a pain point that in his pain point, he discovered that he was into the finance in the US, but he discovered something that the people we discovered that there were issues with tractors. He was in the fintech space. He discovered that there was issue with tractors, and then farmers could not access tractors. That was the first thing he discovered, and then he was trying to bring in finance, pull it into how can we use finance to resolve this, and that's how Hello Tractor was giving birth to. But one of the things he did that I really love is which is going to be my next lesson was that even though he was into the banking sector in the US, but he needed to come home, he needed to move down to Africa, he needed to move down to Nigeria, and to be precise, he needed to move down to my state, Benin City, to learn microfinance banking because they were trying to say how they can infuse microfinance banking. So you need to learn from people. You need to learn. He traveled down all the way from the US to Benin City, to the ancient city of Benin in Nigeria, to learn microfinance from Lapo. So if you're in Nigeria, you might have heard of Lapo. That's what he did. You need to learn from people. So lesson number two is learn. Get a mentor. Get if you can get a mentor, get a mentor. If you can get a role model, get a role model. If you can get any way you want to learn, but try as much as possible that before you invest in that business, try as much as possible to learn first. Learn first, so you don't burn your hand. The industry might look lucrative, but you need to learn. You need to understand it properly. And if in understanding it properly, at sometimes you need to move down to the locality, like Mr. Jai did. He moved down to Nigeria. He left all the luxurious life in the US, all the comfortable life in the US, and he moved down to Benin City to learn. I think he said he learned for like a year or 2 years in Benin City before he moved down to Abuja and launched a business in Abuja. A lot of people didn't even know that. I don't know, but personally, I didn't know that Hello Tractor started in Nigeria. I used to think he started in Kenya, but he started in Nigeria. They moved down to Benin City, learn from Lapo, their concepts in terms of microfinance, and then see how they can implement that in their Hello Tractor business. And then they moved down to Lagos, sorry, they moved down to Abuja and launched the business in Abuja, and before opening the second office in Kenya. Now, I said this to say that it is good you understand it. I've identified the pain points before you venture into it. Understand it, learn it. Is there something you need to learn? Is there something you need to, master first before you launch the business? So for me, my own case, that was Mr. Jai's story. He moved down to Nigeria. In my own case, I launched a podcast. Right? I launched a podcast. I didn't even need to move down. I launched a podcast and I started in my podcast. Via my podcast, I was able to identify what markets I need to operate. Who are my marketplace, my target market. In case of in the process of interviewing these people, I get to understand that this is my area. This is my target market. I needed to identify those people. And I won't plug that for so much because our last week I talked about identify your target market, which is very key. Very key. So this was the second lesson. The number three lessons I've also learned is a principle I called the Kazin principle. Now, the one of the most successful car manufacturer in the world is Toyota. So it came up to show that the reason Toyota is very successful is because of this philosophy that they've imbibed in their business, which is called the Kazin principle or the Kazin philosophy. What's the Kazin philosophy? The Kazin philosophy means continuous improvement. Continuous improvement. In your agritech business, there must be a continuous improvement. You must look for ways to continuously improve. And in Kazin philosophy, there is no hierarchy innovation. Anybody in the ladder can bring the innovation to the business. It's not a must, it must be the CEO or it must be the manager. No, in Kazim principle or in Kazim philosophy, it can be the cleaner in a company. It can be but you must inculcate this culture in your business, that this Kazim philosophy in your business, that everybody in this business have a room to bring innovation, have a room to bring improvement to the business. And now let me. Oh, I wish there was a slide to demonstrate the Kazim principle now, but let me demonstrate how it works. First, as the founder of the business, the first thing you do is you create a standard. You create your standard. From your standard that you've created, everyone, you ensure everyone follows this new standard that you've created. Then from that's the next step in Kazim principle. The first is create a standard that everybody must follow, and that standard could be a culture. Make it a culture. Then, because of course it has been proven that culture swallows trumpet strategy anytime, any day. So create a culture, create a standard. Then everyone must follow that standard, that new standard. Then the next step in adopting the Kazim principle is everyone search for new ways to improve the standard. So you've created the standard, everyone follow the standard, and everyone in the organizations must look for a new way to improve the standard, and then implement the improvements. So you create the standard, you everyone follow the new standard, and everyone search for ways to improve the standard. And then the last step is everyone find a way to implement the improvement that has come up. This is the way Kazim principle work. It has been proven over time, that this philosophy has changed a lot of companies. We've seen it. So in Toyota, there was a time, I can't recall the company in the US. It was one of the biggest company in the US, and then Toyota company acquired the company in the US, and said at this time they've given up on that company, but they said these people they were going to use it to revive back the company, and it works for them. Just following these first steps, and it works for them. I've also seen that this Kazim principle over time has also worked for several other agri-tech founders, and I've deliberately implementing it in my own company, that everybody has a room to bring improvement, continuous improvement, little improvement. Everybody has a room to bring those improvements into the business. Then, having said that, the number four lesson I've also learned was fail fast, fail forward, and fail fast. Don't be scared of trying new things. Try new things. Fail fast. Fail as fast as you can, so you can learn the lessons as fast as you can. Fail as fast as you can. Over time, a lot of us are scared. What if I fail? What if I fail? Failure is part of the process. Fail as fast as you can, and so you can make lessons, take some of the lessons. So one of my hosts, I actually two of my guests, they can't even sit on my board. They've done phenomenal stuff in the agri-tech space. One of them is small boutique company, and one of them, the other one is culture food. But somehow, I would dwell on small boutique company, but both of them have almost same challenges right now in their businesses. And then small boutique companies is at the verge of selling their company. I think if you follow the space, the online agri-tech space, you must have heard the news. They are trying to sell their company at the moment. But you see, during the interview, I've asked him some questions, and one of the things he said was he learned to fail forward. He was not scared of trying. He left his business that he was doing, and the company he was working with, and started this company. And it did very well in the last, I think, 5 to 10 years. I can't recall the number of years now. But one of the key things was there was that he learned to fail forward. He learned to fail fast. By failing fast, he was able to implement as much as he can. It's a very good way to go. Learn to fail fast. Don't be scared of failing. Learn to fail fast. Fail forward as fast as possible as you can, so that you can grow as possible as you can and know what works. Don't be scared. Fail as fast as you can as an entrepreneur in the agri-tech space, and learn as all you need to learn, and implement all the good part that you need to implement as soon as possible. This is a very proven principle too, that learn to fail fast. The next thing I want to quickly also drop again is agritech entrepreneurs. We are quick in looking for funding. Funding is not a business. I know we need funding. Instead of funding, so this is what I've also decided to do in my own business, because I noticed that most of the time what we do is we run an NGO and we say it's business. So every one of us is looking for funding from either we are looking for grant or funding. Let me grant. Everybody is looking for grant. So without grant, your business cannot survive. So when I was coming, of course, I've won a lot of grants in the agricultural space. So when I was coming into architect digest, what I first told myself was that I don't want to be, I don't want my business to be dwelling on grant. So if there's no grant, my business, no, I've also seen a lot of architect funders do that. They go into business, all they're looking for is grant. And if there's no grant, business is as if it's folding up. I think we should move. I'm not against grant. I'm saying, can we shift a bit and look at our business model critically and say, how can my business be sustainable with that grant? Let there be a path to make money first. Let there be a clear cut path to make money first. And the time we are going to be looking for funding like grant and the other should be to scale. Let there be a clear cut path for making money, for revenue generation. So this lesson will be I told you this one as a clear cut path for the revenue generation. Have a clear cut path for revenue generation. Is there ways for you to generate revenue? Are there ways for you to generate revenue outside of grants, outside of accelerators, outside of investors? Are there ways to generate revenue? Are there models for your business to generate revenue? A lot of times, a lot of us make that mistake of we are not having, there's no clear cut path for revenues. Oh, the idea sounds fantastic. The next thing we are looking for funds. No, it's not bad for looking for grants, but I think we should sit up with ourselves and say, what can I do? How do I treat my idea? How do I, what can I do so that my idea can be funding itself first? I mean, so I take a case study of Mr. Femi. So you see what Mr. Femi is doing is he's trying to have is running his academy. Somehow the academy can sustain himself and people can start enrolling into that. That's a career cut, a clear cut revenue generation. If you start making revenue from there, of course, you could also turn into a social enterprise and say, okay, people can fund it, put in money, and they are training people. So you pay for people to attend this school. Now, I just mentioned that one as a side, but you need to have a clear cut path for your revenue generation. If there's no revenue coming in, and it's only grants that you are depending on, that is not business. This is really common. I know of a lot of tech companies that some of us think are still existing. They're no longer existing. They're just really grant upon grant upon grant upon grant. They are living on grants. There's no funds coming in again because with that the season where there's no grant, there's no money coming in. And I think every entrepreneur should sit down properly and look at their revenue revenue generation model and say, how is money coming into this business? Have up to like 5 ways that revenue is coming into the business. You are generating revenue. Have up to like 5 ways that you are generating revenue into the business. At least 5 ways. So if this one did not work, this one will work. If this one did not work, this one will work. Then the last lesson I want to share with us is marketing skills. Every entrepreneur must master how to sell. You must be the king of sales. That's why you need to understand how to generate your revenue so you can be able to sell. You need to understand how to sell, how to market yourself, how to put yourself out there. Every agri-tech entrepreneur must understand that. How do I sell? How do I market myself? You must understand that. It is very critical. This is what I tell my team members. None of my team members should close deals more than I do. And that's it. None of my team members should close any deal or negotiate deals more than I do. And in the first quarter of 2024, the first 2 deals we've closed was the ones I brought. It was the one I closed. And it didn't take me time. You must learn it. You must see. AI has come and AI is going to disrupt the industry. But you see, one of the skills AI cannot really take is selling. It can't take the skills of selling. And as I've said, if you follow me online, I've said that in 2024, 80% of the books I want to read will be on sales and marketing. And if you follow me, you see some of the books I've been pushing out. They are all marketing. Is it that is marketing or is it sales? You must learn how to sell. You must learn how to sell because that's how revenue comes in. If you don't sell, you must learn how to sell your ideas, you must learn how to sell your visions, you must learn how to sell whatever you are doing to people so you can make money. And there are skills of sales, there are skills of selling, there are psychology to selling. And if you master it, you can never be broke. It's one skill that cannot go off. AI will disrupt the industry, but AI cannot sell for anybody. So AI will not destroy that space. You must learn how to sell. You must learn how to negotiate. You must learn how to close the deal um, as the CEO or the founder. You must learn it. It is critical. You must learn it. It's one of the skills that every entrepreneur should have. How to sell, how to close deals. You must learn it. So this is going to be my last point. And so this is going to be my last point. So you must learn how to sell. And then before I close, I'll recommend some books for you to get in terms of sales. You can get the psychology of sales. You can get the psychology of sales by Brian Tracy, a very fantastic book. Because of course you need to learn how to do pitch deck. I mean, when I say pitch deck, not for guns, sales pitch. Sorry, sales pitch. You need to learn how to prepare your sales pitch. You need to learn how to present your sales pitch and all that. So one of the book I must recommend is the psychology of selling by Van Tracy. This is marketing by Seth Godin. Positioning. Positioning. Positioning was one of the books that helped me on how to position my business architect digest to become global brand. Positioning. These are books you can positioning by Eric, I think. Positioning. So these are books that I recommend you guys to get. They are good books that can help you learn how to sell and how to market yourself and how to position yourself in the marketplace to attract the kind of customers you want. Having said that, um, before I finally go, let me leave this with you. Content they say is king, but in my own words, sales is the greatest king. So if content is king, uh, sales is the ultimate. You must learn sales. You must be good at selling. You must be good at selling what you do, and you must sell without shame. You must market your business without shame. Shamelessly market your business. You must shamelessly market what you do, online and offline. Online and offline. Then lastly, I'm sorry, let me just add this one. Sorry, I need to go. I know, I'm sorry, but let me add this one lastly. You must identify where your customer is. Where are your customers? You must identify it and you must identify how to reach them. Identify your customer is one, reaching out to them is two. You must identify how to reach them. So I won't flog that too much. I won't flog that too much. So I'll close there. I don't know if there's questions for me. I can be here sharing a lot of lessons I've learned from the guys I've really interviewed. It's been so enriching. So to keep in touch with me, I write every Monday on my LinkedIn, the future of agriculture. So I talked about what's going to happen in the future of agriculture, what should government be doing, what should the young people should be doing, how young people should be positioning themselves. I urge you to look at that article. It's very insightful. That every Friday I write a letter to agritech founders where I share some of all these principles and lessons that I've learned from different agritech founders diary, from my diary, and then how people can implement some of all these things into their own business. Every Friday is that I drop the article. on my LinkedIn. So follow me. Do well to follow me on LinkedIn. It's very enriching content. Then do well to also go to my YouTube channel, Kenneth Obayuana, and listen to some of my podcasts. We have interviews of all these agritech founders who are doing amazing stuff. I've learned from so many of them, and that's where I gathered some of these lessons I shared with you guys today. So do well to go there and watch some of the videos. It will really help you. It will really help you. So thank you very much for having me. I don't know if there's questions. If there's questions, you can shoot me. I'm ready to take the questions. Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much for this expository teaching, this masterclass. Although, even though the slide is not there, but you actually communicated a lot of value. So, part of the takeaways for me here, because I actually jot down some things, you made mention of the fact that before you invest or start a business or in business, do a thorough research, understand the terrain, what has been existing in that industry before you want to step in, what's the new reality, then what you know, just getting yourself familiarized with that industry landscape is very, very important. Then after that, you identify your target market, then with the solution you want to render to them, and which comes in terms of your own value proposition, how you're going to come in and what is going to make you stand out from every other existing competitors. You also made mention of that you need to invest in like implement improvements, seek improvements. That means at every stage, it's required to innovate, to upgrade yourself, seek improvement, and that is that. Yeah, you also talk about fail fast and fail forward. That is, you don't need to be scared. Entrepreneurship, basically, it's about failing, winning, failing, ups and down. So it's required you to actually test run some projects or create some new things, which might probably at the initial stage it might fail. And if you're persistent, if you push ahead, you're definitely going to get to your desired place. And you also said in business, it's very, very important to find a clear path for revenue generation. That is like create say a minimum of five units where money can be coming in. Probably you have a farm, you are selling the products from your agri produce, your pepper, or your that. You can also involve in things like farm consultation, setting up of farms, even training, and also maybe in podcasting or media stuffs and all of that. So I think that's just talking about different streams of income where how you raise money into your business. And also you said revisit your business model, okay, and create money inflows. Understand marketing. Yes, that's very, very important. I think one of the things I had a science background, but now uh, because it's all about making money, whether it's you study engineering or art or anything, you must learn how to sell yourself, make people believe in your product, and just sell yourself out there to actually in exchange for value and money. So that's is just it. So understanding marketing, learn how to sell yourself, negotiation skill, closing deals, and how to make sales is very, very important, like you said. And you also make mention of the content and sales speech. That is, content engagement is very important, and also learning how to make sales speech. So these are actually my own takeaway things I extracted from what you said so far. So I'm going to check if our participants here have questions for you. So let me see. All right. I think we don't have questions. Okay. This is just compliment. You were saying good afternoon. Thank you for being part of the chat. I hope to learn a lot. Yeah, I believe by now you should have gained one or two things. Personally, myself, these are actually things I learned from this conversation. And for the section of Mr. Hedy, I also learned a lot from there when he's talking about starting your drone business, understanding the kind of industry you want to venture into, getting trained, your licensing, acquiring your drone, making your business plan, and also doing your research, getting regulatory permits, and all of that. So it's very, very important before you uh, I mean, run your drone business and all of that. And also the aspect of branding, your logo was fascinating. It was very attractive. Your value proposition of your company, all this revolves around your branding and all of that. So there's no doubt this training section has been a very insightful one with a lot of massive insights and takeaways here. So basically, I've learned so much from the two speakers this morning, and I am so much glad that we finally come to the end of Precision Agriculture Incubation Program Cohort 1. So all our participants, I will enjoin you that those people who are actually yet to be done with their I mean, their independent learning programs, the courses, and all of that we shared with you. Or try as much as possible to complete all the courses and ensure you get your certification and submit them so that we can take the next step going forward. So, because no certification for you without finishing all this, you have to complete them, you have to run them up. So, it's all about results, and this shows your commitment and resilience. Okay, I think Mr. Koladipoji is giving a compliment, good insight for business development model. Yes, yes, yes. So, thank you so much, Mr. Hedy and Mr. Kenneth. It's really a great pleasure to have you on board uh, of this Precision Agriculture Incubation Program, and we hope that subsequently we can always call you to be on board with us because our mission is actually to create a new reality in agriculture world, leveraging on digital technology, where young people can leverage the power of technology to actually practice agriculture more efficiently. And this comes in various aspects. So thank you
Sorry.
so much.
Thank
Yes,
you
yes.
guys for having me. Thank you guys for having me. I need to rush now. Thank you guys. It's an honor and a privilege to be part of the event today. Thank you guys for having me. I need to go now. Thank you guys. I hope
All right,
let's
all
keep the
right,
engagement going. Let's keep the engagement going. Thank you. All right.
all
Bye
right.
everyone.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. So, Mr. Hedy, I wanted to ask him to give us a parting word, but since he said he's going to be going, so it's fine. But he has actually shared his own point of view. So, Mr. Hedy, we don't have questions, but I would just want you to give our audience like a parting word or your own word of encouragement, things they can actually on that. You actually give them this, like a parting word before we close this meeting. Uh, Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And it was nice to. It's very nice of them to always participate on this kind of forum. What I will share with all the enthusiasts of all kind of business, not only drone or farmers, even sales, everything, is first thing first. You have to believe in yourself, believe in your own plan, because most of the time that we project your time, we our self life, but we we're regretfully we face a lot of problem that can push us back. But if you don't believe on your own stuff, on your own dreams, everything, no one will believe in you. So stay focused, believe in yourself, build good networking, stay with people that can share same ideas, create a good and trustful background, you will time. It will take time, but you will achieve if you believe. This is what I have to do. What I want to say to all of younger enthusiasts on business. This is this is all for me for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So, a participant, Mr. Eddie, gave his motivation. He said, get started with that business. Don't be afraid, believe in yourself. And it's actually going to take time because there is a process and you can't skip that. But if you are consistent on the line and you connect yourself with the right set of people who can actually help you by working with the right network of people, you are definitely going to get there. So thank you very much, Mr. Eddie, for that insight. It's mind blowing. So we've finally come to the end of the webinar, and it's all glory to God that we were able to reach this far. And this is the end of the program, the last masterclass for Precision Agriculture Incubation Program Cohort 1 in 2024. Thank you so much, Mr. Hedy. It's really been a great pleasure having you here. So
Thank
we
you.
are going to be ending this stream soon. So, all right. Yes, you can actually take your leave. So we going to compete with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, everyone. So this stream is going to be ending soon. So thank you for being part of this webinar this morning. It's really insightful. Bring you all around, learning from these experts from different industries, bringing in their perspective and their failures, they share in their failure and also sharing their success. So it's really motivating. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now. So, you can take your leave.